What is vector search? Why does it matter for SEO? How is it changing SEO? Instead of matching keywords, vector search focuses on meaning, context, and relationships. Vector search accomplishes this by turning words, phrases, or even entire pages into numerical data points known as vectors. These vectors are mapped in a multidimensional space, and that allows search engines to measure similarities between content even if exact keywords are not used. In our traditional understanding of search, the engine looks for pages with exact or near matches to specific keywords. So let's say, for example, a website wants to rank for the phrase hiking trails for beginners. In traditional search, the website would need to use the phrase in the title, in the page text, probably in links pointing to this page as well. That all gives a signal to the search engine that this page should rank for that term. The search engine is going to look at that page, they're going to look at those links, they're going to see the exact or near matches to specific keywords and adjust rankings accordingly. This is basic keyword optimization, and Google uses this even to this day to some extent, though in a more sophisticated way. With vector search, this is all different. The engine does not need to look at the specific phrases used on the page. Instead, the AI system is going to map the words into a vector. For example, it might embed the phrase hiking trails for beginners as this vector. However, if a user types in a prompt asking for easy nature walks with scenic views, that would be embedded as this vector. The keywords used on the website in the prompt are very different, right? They're not the same. In traditional search, that might be a problem. The prompt doesn't use the exact words hiking trails and beginners. However, because the vectors are so similar, the generative AI system knows this page is relevant for this query even without exact keyword matches. That's because it's comparing vectors, not comparing words. Now, these vectors that I'm showing here are very simplified examples. Real vectors used by generative AI systems are way more complex. They capture a lot more information. They have a lot more dimensions to them. The main idea, though, is that the vector search changes the nature of content optimization. Because queries match content based on intent, not just specific keywords, you don't need to worry as much about using exact match keywords or near match keywords in your content. Now, it's still probably a good idea to research what keywords your customers are using and incorporating that into your content, because that can help improve the user experience of your page, but you don't need to necessarily do that for the sake of rankings. Instead, the focus can shift toward topic clusters, semantic relationships, and natural language. This means we may not need to have as many pages on our website to target different keyword variants. A lot of websites right now have multiple pages that target similar but distinct keywords. Going forward, one page might be enough to capture all of those different concepts and communicate the meaning of those different concepts with just one page. Another takeaway is this changes how we need to monitor and evaluate our SEO work. We've always had to think about using the right keywords, but now it's about evaluating if how we use those keywords is similar to the prompts that people are typing in vector space. So we need to explore how our content is mapped in vector space and if that is mapped correctly. This might require changing up our content to make sure it is mapped correctly. Maybe we need more examples in the content. Maybe we need to provide more context within our content. Maybe we need to write our content a little bit differently to make sure that it's mapped correctly in vector space and it's going to appear similar to relevant prompts. If you have questions about this or need help optimizing your website for the new phase of SEO, let me know. You can email me at matthew@elementive.com. If you liked this video, would like to see more like it from Elementive, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.